You won't believe what happened the night my wife told me I was embarrassing her at parties. At first, I brushed it off, thought maybe she was joking or just irritated in the moment. But the word stuck. Embarrassing her. That's how she described me. The man she'd been married to for years. The man who loved her more than anything. It started at a friend's housewarming. The mood was lively, music in the background, conversations buzzing. I was telling a funny story from a trip we'd taken years ago. People were laughing, engaged, leaning in. For a moment, it felt like the old days, me connecting with people, making them feel at ease. Then I caught sight of her across the room. Arms folded, lips tight, her expression cold. Later, as we walked to the car, she leaned in and whispered sharply, "You always embarrass me at parties. Can't you just be quiet for once?" That cut deep. On the drive home, I kept silent, my knuckles white against the steering wheel. For the first time, I began to wonder, was I really a clown? Had my humor always been a nuisance? The weeks that followed were heavy. Every invitation made me uneasy. I second-guessed every word, every laugh. Meanwhile, she floated through gatherings with her polished smile and perfect glass of wine, like she was auditioning for approval. Then came the night everything changed. A corporate event. Suits, executives, people measuring each other with every handshake. I promised myself I'd stay quiet, fade into background. For a while it worked. She looked satisfied, mingling and networking while I kept my distance. But then an executive overheard a small joke I'd made. He laughed, clapped me on the shoulder, and said, "You've got a great sense of humor. These events are always stiff. You make it fun." Soon others gathered around, asking questions, encouraging me to tell more stories. The circle grew, laughter followed, and before long, I was at the center of it. My wife noticed. Her smile stayed fixed, but her eyes betrayed her anger. She tried to redirect the conversation, but it was too late. The room was alive, not because of her, but because of me. Then the executive raised his glass and said, "Your husband is the highlight of this evening. He's genuine, authentic. You're lucky to have him." Everyone agreed, toasting my direction. My wife's smile faltered. For once, the spotlight wasn't hers. After that, whispers started. Friends asked quietly if things were okay, if she always treated me that way. I deflected, but something inside me shifted. I realized I'd been shrinking myself for years, dimming my own light so she could shine. The breaking point came weeks later. Another party, another circle of people laughing with me. And again, she snapped. But this time, she didn't wait until we were alone. She leaned in and hissed, "You just can't help yourself, can you? Always making everything about you." But I didn't shrink. I stood taller, looked her in the eye, and said, "I'm not making it about me. I'm just being myself. And if that embarrasses you, maybe the problem isn't me." The room went silent. People heard it. They saw the truth. And one by one, they nodded. That night, I stopped apologizing for who I am. I finally understood. Her issue wasn't with my humor, my stories, or my presence. It was with her own insecurity, her need to control the narrative. What she called embarrassing was the very thing others found refreshing, even inspiring. And I learned something powerful. Never dim your light just because someone else feels uncomfortable with your shine.